Oliver Wyman is an international management consulting firm. Founded in 1984, the firm adopted its current form in May 2007, when Mercer Oliver Wyman joined with Mercer Management Consulting and Mercer Delta to become one firm named Oliver Wyman. Oliver Wyman is headquartered in New York City with 50-plus offices in the Americas, Europe and Asia Pacific and employs over 3,700 professionals. It is part of the Oliver Wyman Group, which is a business unit of Marsh McLennan. History: Oliver Wyman was formed in May 2007 through the combination of three global consulting businesses. Mercer Oliver Wyman, specialized in banks, insurance and financial services; Mercer Management Consulting, management consulting firm for industry and services; Mercer Delta, expert in organizational transformation, board effectiveness and CEO leadership development. Marsh & McLennan Companies is the parent company of Oliver Wyman. In 1984, Oliver, Wyman & Company was founded by Alex Oliver and Bill Wyman, former partners from Booz Allen Hamilton. From 1984 to 1995, Christopher Mayer was vice president and group head at Mercer Management Consulting. In 2003, Oliver, Wyman & Company was bought by MMC and became part of its Mercer Consulting businesses under the name Mercer Oliver Wyman. Mercer Management Consulting was formed through the combination of Temple, Barker & Sloan, which was founded in Boston in 1970 and acquired by MMC in 1987, and Strategic Planning Associates, which was founded in Washington, D.C. in 1972 and acquired by MMC in 1990. The two companies merged in 1990 as Temple, Barker & Sloan Strategic Planning Associates, which was renamed Mercer Management Consulting in 1992. Mercer Delta was founded in New York in 1980 by David Nadler as Delta Consulting and was acquired by MMC in 2000. In recent years, Oliver Wyman has been growing rapidly both organically and through acquisitions. In 2008, it acquired several consulting firms, including Chapter House, Academy, UK, Emeria, France, Solent, and Harbour Consulting. Oliver Wyman Group: Oliver Wyman is part of Oliver Wyman Group, which also includes NERA Economic Consulting, founded in 1961 as National Economic Research Associates by the American economists Erwin Steltzer and Jules Josco; Lippincott, founded in 1943 by the engineer J. Gordon Lippincott and architect Walter Margulies; Mercer Investments. Offices: Oliver Wyman has more than 50 offices in 25 countries. Americas Europe Asia and Australia Middle East Controversies: It was reported that Oliver Wyman was the unnamed consulting firm that in 2005 recommended to Citigroup's senior-most management to expand parts of its fixed-income business, including uncollateralized debt obligations, which led to more than $50 billion in losses and ultimately a rescue by the U.S. government. However, people familiar with the analysis provided to Citi say it included ample warnings about the risks of diving into the structured product market, as well as other precautions that should be considered. At that time, Citigroup was led by Chuck Prince, a lawyer who had served as its general counsel and was described as having relatively limited capital markets experience. Citigroup was reportedly not the only bank that raised its exposure to CDO based on the advice of external consultants. It has been reported that UBS, based partly on a strategic review of fixed-income business by Oliver Wyman, identified large growth potential in structured credit and securitized products and consequently expanded its exposure in these areas. UBS suffered heavy losses subsequently and had to be bailed out by the Swiss government. Oliver Wyman in 2007 named Anglo-Irish Bank as the best-performing bank in the world over the prior 5 years in a piece of research published to coincide with the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. Next year the Irish government was forced to nationalise the bank at a cost of $25 billion. Publications: State of the Financial Services Industry 2014. This publication, the 17th edition, focused on the growth challenge for the financial services industry and listed blind spots that could impede the Industria Euro unregistered trademark S recovery. Oliver Wyman Risk Journal, Volume 4, This publication studies emerging global risks and highlights those developing into pressing threats. Volume to Value Revolution. This report depicts the current state of the healthcare industry and describes how the health marketplace will be redesigned from the pay-to-enter unregistered trademark's perspective. Energy Journal. This report reviews trends affecting the energy industry. Women in Financial Services. This study reviewed the gender mix of senior staff at 150 financial services firms. Non-profit partnerships. Oliver Wyman Group partners with non-profit organizations that work to improve the lives of people in the developing world through microfinance, healthcare, and education. Alliances with non-profits include Kiva.org, the person-to-person microlending website, Acumen Fund, a global venture fund that uses entrepreneurial approaches to solve the problems of global poverty, Room to Read, an international non-profit organization devoted to breaking the poverty cycle by providing educational resources and opportunities to underprivileged children in the developing world, Women's World Banking, a global network of 54 microfinance providers and banks, working in 30 countries to bring financial services to poor women entrepreneurs to enable them to grow their businesses and lift their families out of poverty. Notable alumni: J. Randolph Babbitt, former administrator, Federal Aviation Administration; Lisa Gardner, best-selling crime novelist; Richard Louis, American journalist and news anchor for MSNBC. Previously a news anchor at CNN Worldwide. Christopher Mayer, founder of Monitor Talent; Nigel Morris, managing partner of QED Investors. Jeffrey Zients, acting director, deputy director for management and President Obama's chief performance officer. References. External links: Oliver Wyman,